This is mechanical damage part 2, and in this video we will unpack the patterns and the routines that lead to mechanical damage and what's actually happening in the hair salon. I'm no longer behind the chair, but there are still a lot of amazing cosmetologists that are out there staying strong in the fight. Girl, stay out there. I got your back, girl. I got your back, girl. So in this video, I want to give you an inside scoop and explain to you what professional cosmetologists are actually doing when they're in your hair and what you need to do when you go to the appointment so you can make everything easier. All right, I love you. Don't get mad at me for this video because I'm be honest. All right,
I am back. What it do, baby?
Now, this is perfect timing because right now it's back to school time, and right now everybody's coming out of their box braids as things begin to cool off. And during this time, you are able to now see the real reason why Black women are not able to retain length. This was my least favorite time of year when I was standing behind the chair for over a decade. Listen to this, and then I'll talk about why. Now, most of you are going to get your hair braided a few times within the summer, and the majority of people who do this exact thing to your hair, you may not feel it, you may not be paying attention, you may not hear it, but when you go sit in a professional cosmetologist chair, this is what we see. And the thing is, you'll have the braids all summer. You'll see that your hair is longer when you stretch it out because you're wearing your hair curly, or because you've only really seen it blown out and you didn't blow it out all the way, maybe about let's say like 50, maybe even 40%. So your hair is swollen, so you think that it's healthy, the same way that her curls look beautiful right now. If this woman walked past you in the middle of the street, you would look at her hair and be like, oh my God, it's so thick, it's so beautiful, it looks full, it doesn't look like there's any breakage, it doesn't look thin, you don't see any thin spots. Her curls look amazing, the way that most of you have been training your minds to view healthy hair. That's what you see. But I'll tell you something, this hair is anything but healthy. She has a pretty severe hair shaft disorder, but again, curly hair is swollen when it is wet. So you'll never be able to see the true health of your hair when it is in this state. Keep in mind, in most states, it's illegal for a braider to shampoo your hair. So most of you are coming with your hair already shampooed, right? And then it's blow dried by you, so it may not be blown out good enough, so they have to detangle it. And again, whether you guys are paying attention to it or not, this is what most of them are doing. I know this this because my job primarily was to fix what braiders did. My job primarily was to fix what Team Natural did. So if you come across my channel and you're like, oh my God, why are you always talking about Team Natural? Well, for over a decade, I was fixing the Team Natural problems. I was the fix it girl. So the fix it girl will forever be talking about the things that she had to fix. Okay. Okay. So what I am doing right now is brown brushing her hair so I can get her hair as separated as possible, right? I want to make sure that I am able to give her the best blowout possible. And I also want to make sure that I'm going to actually be able to see the real damage that her hair has. Now, people demonize blow dryers and flat irons. I'm not hopping into that because in the video we did yesterday, I broke that down. If you still think flat irons and blow dryers are the devil, you just didn't watch the video that went up yesterday. So go watch it before you leave one of your little dusty comments, okay? Because if you still think that flat irons and blow dryers are damaging to the hair, then you have not been educated properly. I need you guys to understand that when there are holes in certain things that you know, the things that you hear that you've never heard before are going to sound made up. It's going to sound like a lie until you learn the difference. Like me, when I was in cosmetology school and my Caucasian instructor was teaching me about round brushing, I was like, oh, that's not for black girls. And he was like, girl, please sit down. And showed me, really gave me a good demonstration on how to round brush black hair, how to round brush curly hair, and I never turned back. So these are things that I want you to understand. If you are a person who thinks that it's only for black women, you are a person who doesn't know how to use the tool. I used to be you, but I educated myself and now my thoughts have changed. You should try it. So again, I want you all to remember, I always tell you this, but as a cosmetologist, as I'm doing her hair, the conversation that I'm having with you, I can't have this conversation with her. Girl, I'm trying to focus, okay? Okay, so when you think about it, the average human being has 100,000 follicles, and each follicle is sharing, there is 1 to 4 strands coming out of each pore. You have 100,000 follicles, but there are 1 to 4 strands coming out of each pore. Girl, I was about to mess that up and I'm not about to do this video voiceover again. But anywho, so if you do the math, that's anywhere between 100,000 to 400,000 strands of hair on each individual head. And this woman is one of those people, in my opinion, that has anywhere between 3 to 4 strands coming out per pore. Her hair is very, very, very dense. She has a whole lot of hair, right? So I can understand you looking at it and thinking, oh my God, it's going to be so thick. It's so healthy. Her curls are so juicy. How about, nah? How about, nah? But when we go in and I start looking at her hair, right? When we are talking about all of the different patterns and routines, and when we're talking about blow drying her hair, it is imperative that somebody who has anywhere between 300,000 to 400,000 strands of hair on their head at one time, I need to do the best that I can to separate all of these strands. So what do I use for that? A round brush. Why? Because we just talked about the numbers. 100,000 to 400,000 strands, but she has anywhere between 300,000 to 400,000 strands. If you have a flat brush in front of you, a denim brush, whatever type of brush you use to blow dry your hair, even the comb attachment that comes with the blow dryer, look at that, right? And then get a round brush. Even if you don't have one in front of you, just get a picture of one and look at the bristles. You can count the bristles on the other brushes pretty fast, but go ahead and try to count all of those bristles on that round brush. Do you see the linkage, right? I'm picking the round brush because I can cover more surface area of hair per strand. And the point, what I'm trying to do, the why, right? As a scientist, everything is always why. The why of why I'm blow drying your hair or why you're getting this silk press in general is so I can separate all of your individual strands and straighten them all. And I want them all straightened the same way, like uniformity over all 100,000 to 400,000 strands of your hair. I'm not going to get that if I just air dry. It's 100,000 to 400,000 strands. They're all going to dry at different times. I have no control. But if I use a blow dryer, I have control. It's the same thing with a roller set. This is why I don't like air drying. You have no control. And when your hair dries, then you want to try to exude control with hair products, with oils and butters and creams and gels, where if you would have just exuded that control when your hair was wet with the right products at the right times, then you wouldn't have to worry about that if you set the bonds properly. Right now, I'm setting her bond with the blow dryer, but you can do it with perm rods, you can do it with flexi rods. There are so many different options that you have. But again, Team Natural has demonized flat irons, blow dryers, everything that you can do. Everything else is bad except for what they're teaching you to do. If it's not what they're teaching you to do, it's bad. And that's what you've believed for over a decade. And where are you now? Let's just look at it. Let's look at it for what it is. All of the people at the top of the Team Natural field, they're either done making videos or they've pivoted to something else. They're not even doing the thing that you're stuck in mentally. They're not doing it anymore. These are the things that you have to think about. Because some of the same cosmetologists that were telling you not to do it when Team Natural first started, they're still doing it. And they're still telling you not to do those things. These are the things that I want you to think about. If you run into a cosmetologist that talks Team Natural, my love, you've ran into the wrong type. We get a new 35,000 every year. Every year there's a new 35,000 new cosmetologists, male and female. You're going to get different ones sprinkled in. So it's your responsibility to know the science so that way you can find you a cosmetologist that speaks your language. But you're not fluent in any language. You haven't taken the time to learn anything as it pertains to hair, the health of your hair, the health of your body. You just black and you should be able to use oil and you just need the right products and twist your hair and braid it and you're going to be okay. No. It's not a thing. And if it was a thing, it would have worked. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. This is year about 13, 14. So how much longer are you going to stay in that insanity? In a second, I'm going to show you another cosmetologist like myself, and you'll hear what she has to say as well. But these are things that I want everybody to think about. As we begin to straighten her hair, what you're going to see is the density start to disappear towards the ends. As thick and bodyful as her hair is at the root, the closer she gets to her ends, the thinner her hair gets. I want you to ask yourself, you guys have been swearing by putting oils and butters and greases on your ends for over a decade now. The majority of you, your ends are the weakest, your ends are the thinnest, your ends are see-through. So if putting oils and butters on the ends, if coating the hair, if moisturizing and all of the things that you've been doing, if they work, why is the weakest and thinnest and most see-through point of all of you guys' hair your ends? Why? This isn't being rude or disrespectful. If I am the person who fixes it, I can talk about it. So as the person who's been hired to fix it for over a decade, since before it began, truly, right? Why wouldn't I be able to say anything about it? So let's talk. If you constantly put in oils and butters and greases on the ends, if this was truly the game changer, why does your hair look like this? All of y'all favorite ones, I'm telling you, there is a reason why they will never put a flat iron in their hair, because they know that the second that they do, all of their nightmare hair dreams will come true. It's the truth. And this is what I did every single day for over a decade. And everybody didn't let me record them. The majority of people didn't want to be on camera, guys. If I'm doing 13, 14 people a day and I did this for 10 years, I would have well over 1,000 videos. Like, do the math, seriously. But the majority of people didn't want to be recorded. And if you really, really look, we still have a hole at the bottom. We could have got we could have got rid of more hair, but that was enough, right? We didn't want to do that. She already didn't really think she was going to have to get rid of anything, because the truth of the matter is, it is devastating for most women. The emotion that you hear behind my voice comes from all of the emotion that I had to take in, because these women believed Team Natural. Most of you believe that the things that you're doing are really, really helping your hair. Most of you believe that you're in some way, shape, or form doing something so amazing. And by staying away from flat irons and blow dryers, your hair is just going to be so much stronger. You really believe that. You buy product after product after product after product after product. Over the last 12 years, if some of y'all add up the amount of money y'all done spent on products, most of y'all could have bought a house already and had a mortgage, been paying your mortgage, with the amount of money you spend on these products, and it's never been needed. And every year around this time, I had the same rush of clients. And what was the most frustrating thing about it was, imagine this, all school year and the rest of the year, all through the fall, the summer, and even, not the summer, the fall and the winter, even the summer, the spring, all of the things, everything but summer. Everybody has healthy hair. I'm getting it back to health. I'm nursing it back to health. Like her hair, like it's gonna be slanging and banging when she leaves, right? Nursing it back to health. But then, right when summer rolls around, your hair is so freaking healthy and you're like, oh, I want to put it up and get some braids, and then we start all over again constantly. This is why Black women don't retain length. It's not because Black women don't grow hair. It's because Black women refuse to get a new pattern. Your pattern is braids and protective styles that break your hair off in the summer, and then run, oh, it's silk press season, go to professional cosmetologist so we can fix it. When the reality is, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get braids, but there's a certain way that you do it, and there's a certain type of braider that you go to. The clip that I showed you at the beginning, that's not to talk bad about nobody, but when I say things like this, people are like, no, what are you talking about? The braider doesn't do that. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that's one of many videos. Mind you, that screen recording, she was live. She was live doing that. And then the comments, everybody was like, yes, girl, yes. Ooh, where you get that brush from? Where you get that brush? I need one of those. And then y'all go home and y'all do the same thing. And the problem is accountability.
And this is where the journey begins, where clients fly from all over the world to get their hair done. But most importantly, not just for a sew-in, but to make sure that their hair is in a healthy place before getting their protective style. So meet my client who hasn't gotten her hair trimmed in over a year, and her go-to style is a bun. And not only is it a bun, she's using the wrong scrunchies to keep her buns in, but me and her had the discussion, and now we're talking about the transformation that we're about to do before this protective style. Because y'all can say what y'all want about me, but one thing I'm not doing is losing my integrity and sewing up hair that I know is damaged. And if I'm being completely honest, why go ahead and have me braid up damaged hair where there's someone else that would take your money and do it for a way cheaper price? So as y'all can see where the comb is getting stuck, and that just lets you know where their breakage starts, because once your hair is in a good place, that comb will go right through. And as y'all know, it is so easy to see everything at the shampoo bowl. Your shampoo bowl, before you even start the hair, it tells it all, baby. It tells it all. So y'all can never lie and say, hey, I don't have a perm, I don't have a keratin treatment, I don't have this, because I see it in the bowl. But anyways, y'all see I got my girl together. Her hair is nice and healthy. We didn't just trim the bottom, we went inside the hair as well, and she is just like so shocked that she did it. And I'm so proud of her, honestly, because it take a lot to get people to get rid of them dead ends, because everybody prefers length over healthy hair. Now it would be a protective style, and y'all know the foundation is always going to be tea.
Now, these are the things that I want you to think about when you look at a cosmetologist like her. For one, Those are the type of cosmetologists that y'all need to be going to. The majority of y'all go into hair salons. It's 3-4 different people. It's a bunch of women there. Women all waiting for their turn. They got women lined up. You're going to the wrong women. You've never seen any of my videos with other people in the background. You may see somebody walking like Bison or dropping something off, or one of the women or men that I work with coming in like talking and saying something, but there's nobody else in the room with me. There aren't a bunch of people lined up, sitting down, waiting. Oh, is it my turn? Oh, hold on, girl. I'm gonna be with you in a minute. Let me bring her hair, and then I'm gonna have her shampoo your hair. You gonna sit under the dryer for like an hour? I'll be with you in a minute. Going back and forth. No, you going to the wrong girls. You're going to the wrong women, and that's just that on that. I know that's kind of hard, or that will be hard for some people to hear, but that is what it is. Y'all are going to the wrong people. If it's a ghetto environment, if it's a dusty environment, y'all. So again, we talked about team natural things. If you don't have a twist out or whatever, your hair is in a bun, or it's in a scrunchie, or it's in a top knot. That's your favorite thing to do. It's in a top knot bun. And then you have the same type of breakage. Now, this is a woman, I don't think this was my first time doing her hair, and she had already been there for a trim, but she hadn't had one in a while, so I was familiar with her hair and the way that I cut it last time, so I didn't need to necessarily straighten her hair out before I trimmed it. But if it's my very first time in your hair, I don't know what we're doing, I don't know where we're going, then I'm going to do it like this. Like, that's just what it is. I need to straighten it because I need to really see the skin and bones of your hair, right? So anywho, as our clients come back and sit in our chair after your protective style season, the majority of the hair that you grew in the summer, you're cutting off. That's why Black women's hair is shorter than everybody else's, because nobody else has to do that. Nobody else, no other group of women has 3-4 months out of the year that they just putting a bunch of tension on their hair and letting their ends break, and then coming back every fall and cutting all their hair off, all of the hair that they grew during the summer. Black women are the only women with that repetitive cycle. But if you think about it, if the patterns changed, and you stop cutting 10 inches, or you stop cutting 4 or 5 inches every fall, by the time 3-4 years goes by, your hair will be all the way down your back. But Black women never experience that, because you won't let go of, oh, my ancestors wore braids, so I gotta wear braids too. Yes, your ancestors wore braids. That does not mean that you have to wear braids every day of your life. It doesn't. We like to have a conversation. Oh, your hair grows out of your scalp and you shouldn't have to comb or brush it. Well, guess what? When you wake up in the morning, your breath smells like booty cheeks. You still go in there and brush your teeth, don't you? Yes, because it's a part of maintenance. When you wake up in the morning, you got sleep in your eye and crud on the side of your lip, the white around your lip. Don't you go wipe that off? Or do you just get up and go to work and be like, I'm natural, I'm Black, God made me like this, made my birth distinct so I could look like this? What are you doing? These are the things that we have to think about, right? And when I'm saying these things, this isn't coming from a person who is like, oh, I think, or my opinion, or I'm a content creator. No, I was a master cosmetologist when I was standing behind the chair, and I am a excellent research scientist and a holistic practitioner. I'm not playing in y'all faces. I'm really not. But I decided to go ahead and come back in the vault whenever we talk about mechanical damage, because I can show you better than I can tell you. There is not one drop of oil in this woman's head. She has serum, which is silicone based. Yes, ma'am. That's it. That's all. There's nothing else in her hair. And right now, I just added one last little bit just to control her flyaways, but there's no oil in her hair. I did not cook her hair like chicken the way that I taught you. in the way that I explained that you should never flat iron your hair with oil. If you want to know why you should never flat iron your hair with oil, link in the description box below. But this woman was able to shampoo her hair and her curls reverted right back. Now, this is her first time seeing me, and this was years ago. I've been dealing with Team Natural for years. Okay? So again, her hair, her curls look juicy, right? It looks like she just got her shrinkage. She got some serious shrinkage. And that's all you really see. And just imagine if she got some of your favorite Team Natural products and she sprayed a whole bunch of it in there. Then she got a bunch of y'all favorite gels and did her finger coiling and stuff and got the mousse and all of the things, right? Even set under the dryer, all of the things. Her curls would look so shiny and beautiful and juicy. Oh my God, right? And she would be able to make a video on YouTube how to get juicy curls, how to get defined curls, right? And you guys would follow it and you would do all of the same things, and you would be like, I'm only doing it like this because I don't flat iron my hair, I don't blow dry my hair, I don't use flat irons and blow dryers, I don't do that. Okay. So I also want you guys to remember that YouTube has this thing now where especially if you're like watching on the phone or like an iPad or something, you can take your fingers and you can like zoom in. Rewind it for all three women and zoom in on my round brush. You don't see one drop of hair in it. Not one. So I had to say that because some people be like, oh, maybe the breakage came from your brush. No, not only do you see no hair in the brush, you also never see me stop and pull hair out of the brush and drop it on the floor like you saw with the first braider. This isn't to take a shot at her. This is to show you a parallel, right? I'm a scientist, so I ask questions and answer them for a living. That's what I do. So these are the things that I really need y'all to think about. If blow dryers were bad, if flat irons were bad, if all of these things were the devil, why is it that after all of these years, after over a decade, y'all still can't figure it out? Y'all still trying new products. Y'all still like got new hacks. Every year it's a new thing that everybody's doing. And then when y'all all doing that new thing, everybody acts like they don't remember the thing that they was doing previous. Nobody even talks about rice water anymore. But now your new craze is mini braids and mini twists. Let's see how long that's going to last and what's going to come after that. And who everybody's going to blame for the mechanical damage they see after everybody's done with their mini braid and mini twist craze. Let's see. As a scientist, I have patience. Like, you have to wait. Things take time. So I have so much patience, and a lot of the things that have been here on YouTube, these things have not aged well. All of my content has aged well. And the things that haven't, I've made videos about. And there's probably like one thing. But the majority of Team Natural content has not aged well at all. Not even a little bit. And they know it. That's why they're no longer doing it. They're like, okay, this shit is not fun for me no more. I don't even know what to make up to tell them, like, because alopecia, that ain't gonna work. I'm only 23. I can't blame genetics. I can't blame my hormones. I can't blame menopause. I'm 29. These are the things that y'all got to think about. Again, as I'm blow drying her hair, it looks so different. Her density is completely different from wet to dry. So the juicy curls that you saw at first, it was an illusion. So you don't have to take my word for it. Put on a white shirt, get heat protected, blow dry your hair, flat iron it, and turn around, take a picture, and you show me what you see, and then let me know of whether or not I'm making it up. That's what you do. Because again, I did this for a big chunk of my life. Like all through my 20s. All through my 20s, I fixed Team Natural. All through my 20s. So when I finally got tired and was like, oh, okay, I gotta do something else because I already did the video on what made me tired and all of the things. Actually, because like now it's like a 3-part, especially now that I did that one video on Fungoid Fresh. It is everything came full circle. The door is closed now, and then you guys can piece all of it together. But I really need everybody to sit down and think about it. Like, I've shown you 3 different women with 3 different textures, and you tell me if you see yourself in any of these women, right? Like really yourself. Like you don't need a cosmetologist to flat iron your hair if you do it the right way. If you pay attention, practice on a mannequin for a while, and then once you practice on a mannequin and you confident within what you're doing, then do it on yourself. As a professional cosmetologist, girl, I wasn't mad if my clients did their own hair at home. I was happy because that meant they were combing their hair. That meant that their hair had memory. These are the things that I really want y'all to think about, right? But when all you're pressed about is how curly your hair is and how shiny your hair look and how much slip you have, then there's no way for you to truly get to the base of hair care. There's no way for you to truly let your hair reach its fullest potential, right? And it's something that me and her were talking about. She was in shock a little bit, seeing the density of her hair change from curly to straight. It's not the same thing. And even people who are like, oh, I got heat damage after a flat iron. Did you have heat damage, or do you just have a hair shaft infection and your cuticle was bust open, and no matter what they put on it, they weren't able to protect it because you have a hair shaft disorder that put holes in your hair shaft? So again, these are the things that I need y'all to understand. Ignore that because I don't have no 40% off sale on nothing. That's from like forever ago. I don't even have that website no more. Ignore that. I don't do discounts on nothing unless it's ebooks. Okay, so at this point we had already talked about it. You saw she was okay with doing a bob. One of the main reasons that y'all see so many bobs online is because, again, it's the same type of breakage. The majority of the breakage is happening in the middle, and the longer pieces are on the end due to the top knots and all of the other patterns that you guys have. So a bob is always the easiest thing to do because they want us to keep as much length as possible, and that bob is an easy way to keep length on the sides but take as much damage as humanly possible off in the back. So I really hope that makes sense. But as it pertains to this, I need y'all to understand that all of your patterns and routines are the things that led you to where you are. Shameless plug, if you are a part of the 7-day challenge and you've already paid for the 7-day challenge and you're ready to upgrade to the blueprint, then you can go ahead and check the group. I left a code for you that you can go ahead and scan it or just go straight to the link, and all you have to pay is the difference. Everybody else, I love you so much. I would love to have you make sure you head over to my blog so you can see all of the free things that I have for you. And if that's not enough and you need a little bit more help, I'm no longer behind the chair, but my growth cycle blueprint is everything that I was behind the chair digitally. And if you need help, if you get in there and you watch all of the videos, see all of the content, and you get the 7-day challenge with the growth cycle blueprint, if you get in there and you see I just need more help in the blueprint, guess what you can do? You can leave a comment and say, Sin, can you make a video demonstrating exactly how we wrap a roller and I'll do that. It's already in there. Saying, can you do a video showing us exactly how to round brush? I need more detail. You did a video, but can you just do an up close of this specific part? Guess what? I'll do it, but only inside of the growth cycle blueprint. So if you want to sign up, make sure you check the links in the description box below. And if you need more information on anything, head over to my website. There's so much free content, so much free information there. Make sure you take advantage. But when I'm talking about mechanical damage, this is the end result. Everything works until it doesn't. And me, myself, I was the girl that everybody came to when it stopped working. And I'm trying to make sure that you catch it before it stops working for you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's talk. You know I answer everybody back in the comments. Girl, I want to talk to you. So let's talk in the comments. I love you so much. And until our next time, bye girl. Bye.